Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Dream in Color by James Kopp. So we have irregular 6x6 Sudoku rows. That means in each row, each column, and each bold outlined region, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. So instead of our normal 2x3 boxes, we just have 6 of these bold outline regions instead. We also have these gray lines in the grid. These are palindrome lines, cells that are equidistant from the center of the palindrome must be the same. So they read the same forward and backward. If this was 2, this is 2. If this is 3, this is 3, 4, 4. And it reads 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. All right. From both ends. And then we have white dots in the grid. Digits separated by white dots must be consecutive. So if this is 2, this is a 1 or a 3. Not all of them are necessarily given. If we have a 2, 3 here, we could have given you a white dot. We did not. Sorry about that. All right. And those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay. How do we want to get started? Sometimes with irregulars, there's just some good geometry to look at. And sometimes you want to do the other constraints first. But let's look for some geometry because I'm not seeing anything particularly useful about this. Coloring the palindrome can be helpful. Let's see what this does. So these are both green. These are both purple, and they're definitely different because they share a row here. Now let's make this one orange. So we know that orange is also distinct because it's not purple, because it shares a row with purple, and it's not green, it shares a row with green. So what can we do with these digits, whatever they are? We know they're not 1. Actually, yeah, they all just share this region. That's another good reason that they're all different. So this 1 is not these colors. All right. We do need a green in this region. This green says not here. This green says not here. So this is green. So we know green and orange are consecutive numbers. This region's going to need a green, and it's not any of these. So it's one of these two. And then the oranges look down, putting an orange on one of these two. Now, the question is, do I want to color the rest of this region? Actually, so geometrically, we know that this is a green-purple pair. We can also just, well, maybe not, but because okay, so this is a really good way to think about irregular regions, is this column is going to have 1 to 6, and this region's going to have 1 to 6, once each, right? So where do these two digits go in this column? Because they definitely don't repeat in their own region, but they got to go somewhere. There's only 2 places left, so this is where they go. So that is green-purple pair. This region's going to need a green. Can't go in any of these, so it's one of these two. Now, if this was green, this would be green, and that would resolve this. But otherwise be fine. This region's going to need a green somewhere in here. All right. How about like orange or purple in this region? These aren't purple. And this isn't purple, so this has to be purple. This region for purple isn't any of these or this one, so purple's one of these. Sure. We could use letters, but I'm already coloring. I am wondering if we should, I don't know if we want to color these 3 or if we color these 3. I mean, I could give one blue just so it has a color, and we could do orange and yellow here. So now this column is fully colored, as is this region. So like these aren't yellow, these aren't yellow. Okay, so yellow is one of these two. So we need a yellow, a red, and an orange in this row. Do we know anything about that? Well, we know the orange is one of these two because of this region. Oh no, this region already has an orange in it. Never, that's even better. This region has an orange in it already, so this has to be orange. Let's see, if this was orange, this would be orange. Does that cause any problems? Well, what about this region? So this orange looks down and into here. This orange looks into here. So this region needs an orange, and it's only right here, right? This is the region. Can't be here or here. This says not here, and these aren't orange because they're a different color already. And so that gives orange here, and then the palindrome puts it here. Nice. I think that's all the oranges. So now we need yellow and red here, meaning the blue, yeah, the blue goes here. This is a yellow-red, might as well mark that. This region here needs yellow, red, and blue. Yellow, red, and blue. So we know this isn't blue, so this is only yellow or red, and that makes a yellow-red pair. This can't be red, so it's yellow-blue, and this can't be yellow, so it's red-blue. This column, or is it this region? This region has orange, purple, and green already. So we do need, we have orange, purple, green. So we need red, yellow, and blue. Oh, this row just needs another yellow, red. This row just needs another blue, yellow. Interesting. This yellow-red pair. So what does this column still need? It needs a blue and a green. I'm going to confuse myself with notation if I do that. But this is definitely blue-green. What do we got here? Clearly missing something. Is it this palindrome? Like we know these, so we know these are the same digit. Is there a limit on what they can be? So we know that they aren't orange. We know they aren't purple. What else do we know? This is in this region. Okay, well, one thing we know is that this digit is the same as this digit also. Because these two digits need to end up in this column. It was the same thing as these. So if these two end up in this column, they end up down here. But we already know this one is here. That's what the palindrome's telling us. That means this one is here. It's not green or blue, and it's not orange. So it's not green, blue, or orange, so it could be purple, yellow, or red. This is purple, yellow, or red. And so is this. We already knew that from the column. This is purple, yellow, red. I have mixed markings here, which I don't like. This is also purple, yellow, red. It's not blue or orange. So this column has 3 digits, the green, purple, and orange. I feel like, what am I missing about this? Maybe I should have used letters. We need blue, yellow, and red here. I don't know how I'm resolving this. We know these aren't purple. We know they aren't orange. That's all we know about it, though. Right? Just not... Oh, it's also not red or yellow. So it's not red, yellow, purple, orange. It's blue or green only. This is blue-green. Right, and I kind of could have seen that from this region needing this to be blue-green anyway. So this is a blue-green pair. I wonder if I started coloring at the wrong spot. I don't know. What can I do here? So we know that these 2 digits are this. Wait, are they? Yeah, so look at geometry of these 2. Wait, no. They don't have to be these 2. Well, we know orange goes here. So where does this one go? It doesn't repeat here. It doesn't go here. And it's not orange. So this one's here or here. Blue, yellow, red. Yeah, it doesn't really help, does it? It's consecutive with orange. Okay, so we know one thing, which is that orange is consecutive with green, and orange is also consecutive with whatever this is, which isn't green. So we could start building a chain maybe, but I get the feeling that's what these are doing. These are building a chain from 1 to 6. But I mean, I guess I could, oh, okay. So there's a 1 here because this has to be blue. Blue is 1, I forgot. So this has to be a 2 in order for that to work. So these are all 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 2 because it's the same one as this one. Go through the pairage. So these two are the same as each other. I feel like maybe I should just pencil, like color the rest of these instead of using the white. So this can't be, let's just start with all the colors. This one can't be green or orange. It can't be blue. So yeah, it's a purple, yellow, or red. Oh, it can't be yellow. Yellow's in the row. So it's purple or red only. Interesting. Okay, so this one we know is just green or blue because it's the clone of this guy. That makes a green-blue bear. That makes sense. And what can this not be? This can't be orange. It's in the row. It can't be yellow. It's in the row. Can't be orange. It's in the column. Yeah, I think that's not really limited anymore than that. So how about these ones? So they're not green, they're not purple, they're not orange. So red, yellow, blue is what's left there. I don't think they see anything to change that. Okay, everything is penciled. Should I have been looking at numbers more? I'm not sure. So we know that orange can't be 6. So this is from 3, 4, 5 only. All the oranges are 3, 4, 5. We know where all of them are. And this can't be 2. Well, no, so orange can't be 3 because it needs to be next to... Oh, no, but this could be 2. Never mind. If this was 2, this could be 3 with that being 4. I've somehow just failed to find like the important step in this puzzle. Maybe I have it scanned properly. Maybe I have something over penciled. I haven't seen anything yet. So this other guy, whatever he is, the non-2, is in both of these. And it's consecutive with this blue or yellow. Okay, it's not consecutive with blue, right? Because this is not 2, and blue is 1. So this can't be a 1. That would make this a 2. That's no good. So this is our yellow, which makes this our blue, which means these are not blues. So that's a yellow-red pair. And then, of course, this isn't yellow, and this isn't yellow, and this isn't... Wait. Yeah, this has to be yellow. Perfect. Okay, so that's red, which makes that yellow, which makes that red, which makes that yellow. So this has to be a 2, which makes this have to be a 3. So red is 3, which makes orange a 4 or 5. All right, that's progress. So we got to use these white dots better. So these are from 4, 5, 6. All the greens and purples are from 4, 5, 6, which means that this is also 4, 5, 6, and we know this is a 2. All right. So the 6 is one of these two. This is, yeah, 4, 5, 6 triple. So these are from 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, so then this has to be a 3, right? It's not 4, 5, or 6. So this has to be the red 3, making orange a 4. Perfect. And so we can get rid of a bunch of reds. This yellow tells us that this is blue, and then this is yellow. We know that yellow is 2. This can't be yellow anymore. Neither can this. It's in the same region. Oh, in the same row. Blue has always been 1 from the start. This is not blue, so that's a 3. This is not red, so it's a 5, 6. We're going to have to find... Oh, this white dot tells us that green is 5. All right, so green is 5, purple is 6. This is our 4, and we should be able to just pencil our way to victory, but these are from 1, 5, 6. So, well, okay, so this one's not red anymore. This one's not red, so it's purple. So that's not purple. Purple was 6. That's 5 and 6. So this is green and purple. This digit's not purple, so it's the 3. And then this blue tells us that that's green, that's blue, that's green, that's blue. All right, and so now we know greens are 5s, blues are 1s. There we go. Okay, it took me too long to realize that the white dots were actually helpful here in telling us this, that was the key step that I kept missing. All right, well, how'd you do?